No matter how much up and down may sound opposites, they actually mean the same thing. Welcome to sign 36 of section 5 of chapter 24 of the Holy Quran. Sign 36 of section 5 of chapter 24 of the Holy Quran. Namshi. في بيوت في بيوت أذن الله أن ترفع في بيوت أذن الله أن ترفع in houses في بيوت أذن الله which God hath permitted to be raised to honor, which God has permitted to be raised to honor. Azna Allah permitted, God permitted, and Trufa to be raised to honor. But before then, there is this, there is brackets before the whole sentence, and it is, lit is such a light. Lit, L-I-T, is such a light, L-I-G-H-T, in houses. I left that out because it's not actually in the Arabic text, but I now added it for people to know. Otherwise, it might not make any meaning, any meaningful this impact on us. في بيوت أذن الله أن ترفع. Simple. ويذكر فيها أسماءه يسبح له فيها. Okay, let's make it short. ويذكر فيها أسماءه. Pardon me. ويذكر فيها اسمه. ويذكر فيها اسمه. ويذكر فيها اسمه. Pardon me, viewers. Which God hath permitted to honor, in honor, for the celebration in them of his name, for the celebration in them of his name, for the celebration in them of his name. ويذكر فيها اسمه, his name, اسمه, يذكر, celebration. Okay. يسبح له فيها بالغدو يسبح فيها بالغدو والأصال. يسبح فيها بالغدو والأصال. In them is he glorified in the mornings and in the evenings. في غدو. Let me go there. Yes, feel good way. Feel good way in the morning. Asali in the evening. In the morning and in the evening. Good way. Asali. Into brackets, again and again. Into brackets, again and again. So not just once, all the time, morning, evening, you praise God. You praise the name of God. You use fiha في القدوة والأصالة. The brackets again and again. There is commentary against that. But then first, yes, but then two other commentaries even before that. Against light, there is commentary. Then against raised to his honor, there is commentary. And the third one being morning and even. Goodwill, well, asal. Well, asal. Let's go to the first one. Against light. Uh, 3004. Note 3004. Oh, did we finish 300? Yes, we did 3003. We ended at 3003 in the last episode. So we're going to 3004 against light. The punctuation of the Arabic text makes it necessary to carry back the adverbial clause in houses. In houses is in double inverted commas, comma, to something in the last verse. Say, lit from a blessed tree. So lit from blessed tree is also in double inverted commas for viewers to know what I'm reading. Lit from blessed house, comma, then dash the intervening clauses being treated as parenthetical. The intervening clauses being treated as parenthetical. Full stop. I will go to 005. 005 against raised to honor. 203005. That is in all places of pure worship, semicolon. But some commentators understand special mosques, plural mosques, such as Kaaba in Mecca, such as the Kaaba in Mecca. In English, Arabic. The Arabs will pronounce it as Kaaba, but Kaaba, Ka apostrophe Ba, Kaaba. That's Arabic for you. In the Kaaba in Mecca, or mosques in Medina or Jerusalem, for these are especially held in honor. So the Kaaba in Mecca, the mosque in the Medina or Jerusalem are specially held in honor. So you see how the Israelis and the Palestinians are fighting over the Al-Aqsa Mosque. We say Al-Aqsa, but in the Quran it is actually Aqsa. It's lengthened in the Aqsa Mosque. However, it says it's only some some commentators, other commentators say it is all mosque. But the commentators, but some commentators understand special mosque. Okay, we've done that. We go to 3006. 3006 is against Gadawi wa Asali. It's against Gadawi wa wal Asali, morning and evening, and then repeatedly, or repeatedly. Pardon me, I'm growing old, so I mix words up. Repeatedly, or repetitively. Pardon me, I don't know which is right, either repeatedly or repetitively. Viewers, you are allowed to correct me. Okay, I think it's repeatedly. Okay. 3006. In the evenings, colon, the Arabic word is asal. It's not asal. The Arabic word is asal. Asal. sal, a lengthened, sal lengthened. That's the Arabic word. A plural of a plural. Oh God, is a sal. A plural of a plural. To imply emphasis. A plural of a plural. To imply emphasis. A sal. Evenings. Yeah. I have rendered that shade of meaning by adding the words again and again. Yeah, I said it was in inverted commas. Either inverted brackets rather. I said it's in brackets. So the commentator is telling us he has added, he has rendered the shade of meaning by adding the words again and again. And that is all for sign 36. We now go to sign 37, which has two notes. Mm, Let's see. Mm. Rijalun la tulhihum. Oh my God, I left my thing far away again. Rijalun la tulhihim tijaratun wala bego. Trade or sale, tijaratun, trade, begun, sale. Rijalun la tulhihim tijaratun wala begun, wala beyun, tijaratun wala beyun. By men whom neither trade nor sale can divert, whom neither trade nor sale can divert, till he him divert, from from the remembrance of God, and zikrillahi, from the remembrance of God, and zikrillahi, from the remembrance of God, and zikrillahi. Viewers, I've said it before, my Arabic is not too good. Even though I learned Arabic, I haven't spoken it for about 2 decades, just sitting down, not speaking Arabic. So this, and I've said it again, that these videos, whether they go viral or not, are good for me. If they go viral, fine. If they don't go viral, one day at old age, when I'm no longer very strong, when I'm feeble, actually like a child, I can sit down or lie down. I can lie and listen to my own preaching, because this is nothing short of preaching. Okay. And zikrillahi, from the remembrance of God. Wa ifamin salawati, wa ifami salawati, from the remembrance of God, nor from regular prayers. Ifami as-salawati, from regular prayer. Wa itai zakawati, nor from paying zakat. Wa itai zakawati, or from paying zakat. Wa itai zakawati. Yuhafuna yawmal latakalabu fihi, paying zakat. Then Their only fear is from the day when hearts and eyes will be turned about. Mm, uh, Paying the cost. Their only fear, the word only is in brackets. So without the brackets, it reads, their fear is for the day when hearts and eyes will be turned around. Mm. What? You have funa, fear. You have funa, yoman, the day. Yoman, the day. تتقلب فيه القلوب والأبصار. القلوب, hearts, أبصار, uh, uh, sight. Let me see. For the day when hearts and eyes, yeah, sight, eyes, either sight or eyes, absaru, eyes. So I'm right. Uh, you have funa, you man, تتقلب فيه القلوب والأبصار. Mm. For the day when hearts and eyes will be turned around. تتقلب, تتقلب, turned about. Pardon me. I love the words. That's why I'm laughing. تتقلب. Say that out. تتقلب فيه القلوب والأبصار. All right. Uh, two. No. One comment, I suppose. No, two. Oh my God. I have to see if I can make use of my light. Pardon me, viewers, for taking your time. Uh, yes, two comments, 3007 and 3008. 3007 first. Remembrance, zikrillah, remembrance of God. It's in double inverted comments. Remembrance of God, zikrillah, is wider than prayer. Of course, when you are praying, you are remembering God. But with our prayers, you should, as a good Muslim, have God in mind all of the time, 24 hours. But anyway, let me not go ahead the commentator. Okay. Remembrance of God is wider than prayer, colon. It includes silent contemplation. Nigerians will say Shobo, Yorubas will say Shobo, do you hear? Eh? When the Nigerians say Shobo, do you hear? Uh-huh. So I also say, do you hear Shobo? It includes what? Silent contemplation and active service of God and his creatures. Now, Muslims do this a lot. I'm telling you. Now, Muslims do these things a lot. Many people who don't akim salawat, stand fast to prayer, they remember God all of the time, and only God knows it. Oh, yes. They remember God all of the time, and what does it add? An active service of God. And they do active service of God. They look at orphans. They do good work. They make good rules. So that is zikrillah. Of course, the foremost should be standing fast to prayer. But those who don't do it still do the service or they still remember God. Okay. An active service of God and his creatures, as and God's creatures. We know how people are kind to animals, all kinds of animals. Of course, except predators, if I'm right. Are they prey or predators? Sometimes I mix things. Animals that will devour human beings, lions, snakes that will wrap themselves, coil themselves among men and pull and force the oxygen out of them. Coil around them and pull. wicked instinct. So people do, even them, people still do good to them. When they find them in difficulty, they may rescue a snake or a lion or a tiger, even then. So these are service of God and His creatures. Mm. Uh, and His creatures. The regular prayers and regular charity are the social acts performed through the organized company. Are the social acts performed through organized uh, company. No, not organized community. I'm sorry. Uh, Performed through the organized community, not company. Pardon me. Mm, I'm becoming too known. All right, we go to 3008. No, 3008 to the same sign, 37. Mm. Uh, Turned about, tatakalabu. Turned about. Mm. Some renderings suggest the effects of terror on the day of judgment. Mm. Some renderings suggest the effects of terror on the day of judgment. Full stop. But here we are considering the case of the righteous, whose fear of God is akin to love and reverence, and who hope for the best reward from God, but but the world they will meet will be a wholly changed world. But the world they will meet will be a wholly changed world. Let me take it again because there are brackets somewhere. If I have to add the brackets. Uh, whose fear of God is akin, and the word fear is in inverted commas, double inverted commas. Mm. Okay, the remembrance of God is. We've done that. The regular prayers and regular charity are the social acts performed through the organ. Oh, where am I? I'm on 38 and I'm writing 008 and I'm reading 07. 08 rather. Okay, let me take the whole thing again. Some renderings suggest the effects of terror on the day of judgment, but here we are considering the case of the righteous, whose fear of God, fear is in double inverted commas, is akin. Akin is spelled AKIT. It's not an ordinary word. It's akin to love. It's akin to love and reverence. eh, and who then into brackets, as to the next verse shoes. As to the next verse shoes. That's the brackets are left out. As to the next best shoes. But who hope for the best reward? Blah, 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 blah. So let's go to the next verse now. Verse 38 or sign 38. The remembrance of God. Why the remembrance of God? Let's see. ليجزيهم ليجزيهم الله حسنا ما عملوا ويزيدهم من فضله. ليجزيهم الله حسنا ما عملوا ويزيدهم من فضله. That God may reward them according to the best of their deeds. According to the best of their deed. Asana ma amalihu. Or asana ma amilu. Asana ma amilu. According to the best of their deeds. And add even more for them out of his grace, and add even more. يزيدهم ويزيدهم من فضله, to add even more by his grace, or out of his grace, and add even more for them out of his grace. Wallahu yarzuqu man yasha'a bighairi hisabin. For God doeth provide, yes, yarzuqu doeth provide for those whom he will, man yasha'a, without measure, ghairi hisabin, without measure, ghairi hisabin. Note 2, note 3009. Note 3009 or 3009. I think it's better 3009. O is our letters. O are letters, zero numbers. So note 009. Yeah, note 3009. Against best of their deeds. The best of the righteous do not deserve the reward that they get. All their faults are forgiven, and only their best actions are considered in the reward that they get. Nay, more, nay, comma, more, exclamation mark. Out of the unbounded grace of God, even more is added to them. Full stop. For in giving rewards, God's bounty is boundless. God's bounty is boundless. So it's good to remember God, to stand fast for prayer and do good works in the service of God to his creatures. Yeah, I think that's all the note for sign 38. We go to sign 39. We go to sign 39. Well, I say the Quran is always, everything in the Quran is about pairing. In my very early lesson. Now we've talked about the righteous who remember God. Now we are going to the unbelievers. وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا أَعْمَالَهُمْ كَسَابٍ بِكِيَةٍ يَحْسَبُهُ الظَّمْآنُ ماء حتى إذا جاءه لم يجده شيئا لم يجده شيئا. But the unbelievers, وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا, their deeds are like a mirage in sandy deserts. أَعْمَالَهُمْ كَسَابٍ بِكِيَاتٍ, mirage in sandy desert. كَسَابٍ بِكِيَاتٍ يَحْسَبُهُ الظَّمْآنُ. يَحْسَبُهُ الظَّمْآنُ. In sandy desert, which the man parched with thirst, which the one parched with thirst mistakes for water. That's mirage. Let me repeat it. Kasarabin, like mirage. Bikia atin. Kasabin biki atin. Yasabuhu. The man parched with thirst mistakes for water. yasabuhu mistakes azama'un ma'in for water. Mm. Uh, okay, let's move on. Takes for water. Okay, let me go to the Arabic side first. I won't repeat the English part. Mm. والذين كفروا أعمالهم كسراب بكيات يحسبه الظمآن ماء حتى إذا جاءه لم يجده شيئا until hatta when he comes upon it, he finds it to be nothing. He finds it to be nothing. Mm. Hatta إذا جاءه لم يجده شيئا. He finds it to be nothing. Mm. Mm. ووجد الله ووجد الله عنده فوفاه. وجد الله إنه فوف فوفاه حسابه. He finds it, but he finds God there. But he finds God there, and God will pay him his account. He finds God there, and God will pay him his account. He finds God. ووجد الله ووجد الله sorry ووجد الله. He finds God there. ووجد الله عنده. He finds God there. He finds God there. ووجد الله عنده فوفاه حساب. Uh, and God will pay him. Mm, فوفاه. God will pay him. فوفاه his account. حسابهم حسابهم حسابه. God will pay him. فوفاه فوفاه حسابه. He will pay him. He will pay him his account. حسابه. والله سريع حساب. والله سريع حساب. And God is swift in taking account. He's patient, but when it comes to taking account, he's not patient. Swift. Once. Okay, that's after he's exhausted all his patience and whoever does wrong. Okay. Wallahu sari'ul sari'ul hisabi. Sari'ul hisabi is swift to account. Two, the commentary is in three parts. 3010, 3011, and 3012. Let's go to 10. Against mirage. You traveling far away and you come across something, you see something shining or reflective at part of the road. You think it's water. You drive, and it disappears. And no, it's no water. It's something else. That's mirage. And that's 30. That's what 3010 is trying to tell us here. We've had various metaphors. We've had various metaphors to give us an idea of the beneficent light of God. Full stop. Now we have contrasted metaphors to enable us to see those who deny or refuse that light and are overwhelmed in utter darkness. Full stop. The light into brackets of God. The light into brackets of God. Okay. So the light is an absolute reality, comma, and is mentioned first, comma, and the souls that follow that light are a reflected reality and are mentioned after the light. Full stop. On the other hand, the darkness is not a reality in itself. That's contrast light and darkness pairing. Uh, it's not. On the other hand, the darkness is not a reality in itself, but the negation of reality. Semicolon. The reflected existences that refuse the light are mentioned, and then their state, which is unreality. Let me take that again. Uh, the reflected ex, the reflected existences that refuse the light are mentioned, and then their state, which is unreality. Full stop. Two metaphors are given: a mirage in this verse, and the depths of darkness in the sea in the next verse, which we shall go to soon. Okay, 3011. Against what? Against he finds nothing, finding nothing, approaching a mirage and finding nothing. Mm. Okay, the mirage, of which I have seen several instances in the Arabian deserts. I have seen them a number of times. Some of you probably haven't seen a mirage yet. Mm. So the commentator is telling us the mirage, comma, of which I have seen several instances in the Arabian deserts are in Egypt, comma, is a strange phenomenon of illusion. Full stop. It is a trick of our vision. Oh my God, I love that. It's a trick of our vision, nobody's vision. It's a trick of our vision. Mm, full stop. In the language of the parable, it rejects the light which shows us the truth and deceives us with falsehood. Full stop. A lonely traveler in a desert, nearly dying of thirst, sees a broad sheet of water. Full stop. He goes in that direction and lured on and on, but finds nothing at the end. He dies in protracted agony. He dies in protracted agony. We go to 3012. Against what? Against uh, God finding, but he finds God there. He finds nothing, but he finds God there. Mhm. Uh, 3012. The rebel against God finds himself like the man deluded by a mirage. The truth which is reflected is always with him. The mirage which he accepted leads to his destruction. That's a good parable, light and mirage. Mm, good parable, and as well as a good parent. Mm, light and mirage. Mm. Uh, we go to the next sign, which we've been anticipating, and that's sign 40, which incidentally is also the last sign of the section. We go to sign 14. So, أو كالظلمات أو كالظلمات في بحر أو كظلمات في بحر لجي يغشاه موج يغشاه موج. Let's stop there. Or it's like the depths of darkness. أو أو كظلمات, the depths of darkness in a vast deep ocean, in a vast deep motion. كظلمات في البحر لجي. Vast deep motion. في البحر لجي. في البحر لجي. يغشاه موج. Overwhelmed يغشاه with billow, topped by billow. Overwhelmed with billow, topped by billow. يغشاه موج من فوقه, topped by billow. من فوقه موج من فوقه. Let me read it well. لجي بغشاه موج من فوقه موج من فوقه is double. موج من فوقه موج من فوقه. Overwhelmed with pillow, topped by billow. Pillow is spelled Billow. Those of us who don't know it can find it out. Topped by billow. موج من فوقه سحاب. من فوقه سحاب, topped by clouds. Topped by clouds, but we have brackets there. Topped by, into brackets, dark clouds. Topped by dark clouds. Depths of darkness. Topped by dark clouds. Depths of darkness. من فوجه سحاب ظلمات بعدها فوق بعد. ظلمات بعدها فوق بعد, topped by dark clouds, depths of darkness, one upon another. بعدها فوق بعد. We will go back a bit because I left some brackets there. Or the beginning, we go to the beginning of 40. Or it's like the depths of darkness. We have brackets before that, before the word or the believer's state. The believer's state, that's the state of the believers. The believers, apostrophe after the S. Or the believer's state, plural believers, apostrophe after the believers. Or the believer's state, brackets close. Or the believer's state is like the depths of darkness in a vast deep ocean, overwhelmed with billow, topped by darkness, topped by dark clouds, depths of darkness, one above the other. Bagdan, where is it? Bagdan, Foka, Bagdan, Bagdaha, Foka, Bagdan. إذا أخرج إذا أخرج يده إذا رجل يده lam lam yakut lam yakat yaraha lam yakat yaraha. Uh, Above another. If a man stretches out his hand, yadahu, if a man stretches out his hand, yadahu, he can hardly see it. Hmm? Iza ahraja, yadahu, stretches his hand. Lam yakat yaraha, lam yakat yaraha, stretches a hand, he can hardly see it. Hmm? Semicolon, exclamation mark. He can hardly see it. Exclamation mark. Mm. Mhm. Uh, yakun, lam yakun yaraha. Waman lam yaj'ali Allahu. Waman lam yaj'ali Allahu lahu nuran. Fama lahu min nurin. Oh my God. Waman lam yaj'al man yaj'al Allahu lahu nuran fama lahu min nurin. Uh, for any of them God giveth not light, there is no light. Mm. For any of whom, did I say of them? For any of whom God giveth not light, there is no light. Let me go to Arabic again. Waman yaj'al, waman lam yaj'al. Where is he? Yes. Waman lam yaj'al Allahu lahu nuran. Any that God does not give light. From Allahu nurin. He will not. There is no light. There is no light. Commentary 3010, 3013, 3014, and 3015. 3 in 1. 1 3 is against dark clouds, topped by clouds. What a graphic picture of darkness in the depths of the ocean. Yes. It's very dark. I suppose I've not been there, but this is what the commentator is telling us. What a graphic picture of the darkness. What a graphic picture of darkness in the depths of the ocean. Wave upon wave, and on top of all, dense dark clouds. Exclamation mark. There's no little light even in ordinary depths of the ocean that fishes which live there lose their eyes or useless organs. That fishes which live there lose their eyes as useless organs. That's all. We go to 3014. 301. Depths of darkness. One above another. 3014. A contrast to light upon light. A contrast to light upon light. In 2435 above. We've read it. 2435 above. Let's see if we can go there. 2435. Let's go to 35 and see. and we will do the English side. Uh, 34, 35. Oh, it's a long verse. God is the light of the heavens and the earth. The parable of his light is as if it's as if uh, there were a niche, and within it a lamp, and within it a lamp. Uh, the lamp enclosed in glass. The glass, as it were, a brilliant star lit from the blessed tree up, on olive, neither of east nor of west, whose light is is well nigh luminous, though fires cast touch it, light upon light, light upon light. That's what I'm looking for, and we've got it. So, uh, a contrast to light upon light, in 35. But here it's not light upon light, but rather, I think, darkness upon darkness. Yes, depths of darkness. Uh, we go to the next note, which is 3015. 3015. There is no light, given not light, or there is no. If, to whom God giveth light, to whom God giveth not light, there is no light. Let's go to the note to read. 3015. 3015. The true source of light in the world of reality is God. The true source of life, the true source of light in the world of reality is God. And anyone who cuts himself off from that light is in utter darkness indeed, for it is the negation of the only true light, and not merely relative darkness. Light that light that we see, see in shadows of moonlight. So God's light is for all, except one who casts himself away from that light. I love that. He doesn't put some people in light and put some people in darkness. No. Everybody is under light. The sunlight is for everybody, it shines to everybody. Of course, except in certain areas of the world that have their light at specific times. But even then, when it comes, it's for everybody. But if you choose to cut yourself from that light, fine. That's physical light. Then the spiritual light, yes, is here. We are reading it, the Quran. If you choose to ignore it, you have chosen to ignore it. But it says it's for all, lil alameen. All right. I think we've journeyed enough. We shall stop here at sign 40 of sections 5 of chapter 22 of chapter 24 of the Holy Quran. When we come back, God willing, we shall go to section 6. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Au revoir. May God be with you all.